Kia ora, and a big whakalawalai atu to all our viewers and listeners on the Pacific Health Talanoa with Lorenzo Kaisara on Blue TV today, the Tuesday, the 19th of October 2021. It is day two. It is day three because the Niuean Language Week started on Sunday. So today is day three of the Niuean Language Week in Aotearoa. Happy, 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 happy. This year's theme is Kia Tupuolaola Moui he Tagata Niue, which means May the Tagata Niue thrive. Wow, what a theme for this year. And joining me to talk more about the Niuean Language Week as well as some of the Niuean vaccination events happening in Auckland and also in Wellington is a Niuean community leader, Maliaga Erick. Maliaga is a member of the MNZN, Niue Matua Fifine, Niue community leader based in Auckland. Mali is passionate about the revitalization of the Wangahau Niue in Aotearoa. Whakalawala yatu, Mali?
Whakalawala yatu, Lorenzo. Whakawe ko whaleweia.
Great to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you're busy. You know you're probably a most wanted guest on every show to talk about the Niuean Language Week. Now the theme, Kia Tupuolaola Moui he Tagata Niue. What does that mean to you, Mali, as a community leader?
Well, to me, is that's a good statement. You know, it's a good vision for everyone, for all Niuean, that they will thrive. You know, it's about the well-being, that our Niuean people will thrive in Aotearoa. And if they thrive, then the language should also thrive. That's what it means to me, because the language is precious to me, because it's a gift of God, and I will always embrace it and treasure. And my legacy is to leave behind the Wangahau Niue to my children, my grandchildren, and children and children.
Wow, just looking at your background there, Mali, with all those beautiful weavings in your background and the tapa, you know, your say, everything on you and everything in your background is all about Niue. Now, what does it mean being a Niue to yourself, you know, as a person and as the leader of our Niue community?
To me, I am a Niue person before I am, say, a social worker, or I'm a tea lady. Number one, I am a Niue lady before I become a tea lady or a nurse or a judge. You know, that's what we should always remember. Whatever titles we wear, we must always remember where we come from and where our generation, where our matua comes from. We're Niuean. I am Niuean. I am Niuean first before I become something else or somebody else. That's how I see it.
I love that statement, Mali. You know, you a Niuean first in anything, and then Kiwi comes last. I love that, you know. Now, I have known you, Mali, for so many years, and you have always been vocal, and you have been always a great advocate for our Niuean community. Now, when are you going to slow down? I mean, like, you know, managing your time and still having that passion and that fire is still lit in you, in your heart. It just shows that you have a lot of love, a lot of support, a lot of passion for our community. Now, what is your message for our younger generation coming through the waka that you are on at the moment?
I guess my message is to remember where you come from, where your family comes from, because that's how we know. It's through our generation, it's through our blood, you know, to be Niuean. It's through our DNA to be Niuean. And my message is for our children or our future generation, and also for us now. Now it's important to look after our future generation. Don't wait and think, oh yeah, but we have a responsibility now. Every Niuean has a responsibility to hold on to our Wangahau Niue and let it thrive.
Wow. And also Niue back in the islands, you know, it is known in the Pacific as the Rock. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Why is Niue known as the Rock of the Pacific?
The reason why we call it the Rock of Pacific, because it's all about rocks. And that tells, if I look at my island, there's a lot of resilience there because not enough soil, not if you compare to Samoa, Tonga, here in New Zealand, there's a lot of soil, if you plow or grow food, but in Niue, it's all about rocks. Even coconuts grow between the rocks.
Wow.
So that tells me, yes, I should be resilient because I come from the rock.
Nice. I didn't know that, Marley. And the other thing that I have always wanted to ask, a Niuean about is the yellow. I mean, your flag, why is yellow so important to Niuean, Marley? If you can share that with our viewers.
Yellow is a color of brightness. It's a healthy color, and we also, it's only Niue who have the hihi. Things like this that I'm wearing. It's only Niue have the hihi. And this hihi, you won't see it when it's outside in the sun. When it rains, it comes out. Then you have to pick them. And these are the original color. We don't dye the hihi. These shells, it's so precious. But yellow, yes. It's sunshine. We live in the Pacific. It tells us warmth. When you look at the yellow and think about not the sickly yellow, Lorenzo, the beautiful deep colored yellow. If you look at the background, one of the 84-year-old Niuean woman weaved that for me. If you look at it, when I sit here and I look back, wow, that's the color of the hihi, and it's round, and that's Niue.
Wow. Look, I'm learning a lot of things, I'm actually learning a little bit about your history here, Maliaga, and the history of Niue. Now, back in Samoa, Mali, I'm not sure whether you are aware, but we have a village right in the center of a pier called Ayo Niue.
Yes.
Can you share something about the connection and the history between Samoa and Niue, please, Mali?
Because when the missionaries came to Niue, it was Samoa that they take our Niuean young missionaries to be trained. And that's what they call Ainga Niue or Ayo Niue in Samoa. And the Samoan gave them that piece of land where they're staying in. My brother was born in Samoa, in that Ainga, in Wailele, so many of our Niuean people have connections to Samoa. But even way back in the 1600s, we have connection to Samoa through those early travelers to Niue. And that's how we have those connections. Even you look at some of our language, it's very similar, but also there's difference. So yes, we're very blessed, and many of our trained church ministers were trained in Samoa, in that village, Ayo. That's where they stay, Ayo Niue or Kaina Niue.
Well, I must also acknowledge a Samoan brothers, the Samania brothers. Now, they both played for the Niue national rugby team, and they also played for the Manu Samoa, the Samania brothers from Vaivasi. Now, can I also take this opportunity to pay respect and aroha to our missionaries who have passed on, but they wove the connection, and we are, and it is our job, our responsibility to hold on to that connection and pass it on to the next generation. Now, Niue being the very first Pacific island to be fully vaccinated. Wow, what a great achievement. Would you like to share about that, please, Marley?
Yes, because in Niue, it's small, and everybody in Niue knows the importance of being vaccinated. Even in Niue, we talked about the health when we have children to be vaccinated. Parents just go down on the road, hang a white flag, and the mobile health will come and do the vaccination. Nobody challenged, nobody asked questions. Everybody goes together. It's a collective decision. And I'm so proud, when hearing our Niuean people, yes, you're doing the right thing. But it's our people here in New Zealand that I'm concerned about.
Nice, Marley. Now coming to Auckland and Aotearoa vaccination, you held a vaccination event for our Niuean community a while back. And I'm also aware that you've got another one, a follow-up vaccination events coming up. Would you like to share about that, please, so our people are aware?
Yes, we're having another a Niue vaccination drive-through on the 15th of October, on the 29th and 30th at the LDS Missionaries venue. And also in Wellington tomorrow, they're holding a Niue vaccination at in Lower Hutt, 218 High Street, Lower Hutt. So if you're listening in, those of you who are in Wellington, go and get vaccinated. Families in Auckland or from wherever you are in New Zealand, please make a call to a family in Wellington, go and vaccinate. And the same thing in Auckland. If you live in Wellington, call your family in Auckland, because this is a collective, everybody's business to get vaccinated.
Mali, now there's also, you were awarded a New Zealand Order of Merit. Now, MNZM, as a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, would you like to share about that journey and how you felt when you received the message from the New Zealand Governor General?
I feel so humble and very blessed, Lorenzo, but I also remember that I did not get to that point, and that award was given to me, but it's also for all of us. Wow. The work that we do, because I know there's people who have been worked really hard, and they also helped me shape who I am today in my life. And that's one of the reasons I always remember, the journey, and our people have passed away with all those aspirations and all those, dreams. So I'm just carrying, those things through. So that's it. And the award was given to me for the recognition of my work with Pacific people, and also Niue, and also with the mental health, because there are a lot of mental health initiatives. Remember, if we go back to the early 90s, that's where the changes, but also for our people, many of them have been through mental health. So being part of it, even being part of the initiative for the first Pacific Island Women's Refuge, that was the late 80s. And also there's the Lotofale, the first Pacific Island mental health, the model of it, and then all these other Pacific, because at that time I always call Lotofale as the mothership of Pacific mental health. And then, trying to reach out, there has been a lot of work. So yes, that award, yes, I'm grateful, I'm blessed, I feel blessed, but I also thought about the people that has carried our Pacific. And we are now coming and we are receiving the fruition of those hard work of those who have passed away. We didn't get to where we are without the beginning. That's why, our past, present, and future is so important, Lorenzo.
Thank you so much, Marley. No doubt that award and that recognition is also helping you to keep going and to keep fighting for our Pacific community here in New Zealand. I must say that you're not only a Niuean community leader, but you're also a Pacific community leader. And I acknowledge, your awesome work, Marley. Now, a lot of us, including myself, Samoans and non-Niueans, they would like to know a bit of a number, the population of our Niuean community here in Auckland and New Zealand, and then moving into our next question for Mali.
Yeah, in Niue, the total population according to the 2018 census, there are 30,867 people nationally, but in Auckland alone, there are 23,088 people, because Auckland, then it goes down to Wellington, which is 1,995, and then back up north, 834. But there are other areas, even like Canterbury, we had 915 people. So we have pockets, but those are the main areas, which is Auckland, Waikato, Wellington, Canterbury, Northland. But even in Auckland, there are about, say, 12,000 eligible people, Niueans who should get vaccinated from age 12. That's 12,000 people that we need to reach, and same in Wellington. So I have to say, looking at what's happening, that week we had the drive-through vaccination. I was so proud of our Niuean people. 11% got vaccinated. So that's an awesome number. We didn't have that 11% increase, the month before. So yes, and with the leadership of Dr. Colin Tugitonga, it makes things happen. But it's just the beauty of our Niuean people, the health professional, the ordinary people who come together. I can see that anga of working together, the spirit of working together collaboratively, even through the drive-through, Lorenzo, because my phone was used as the contact number. Some of our mamatua, they call Mali, can we cook the food? We want to cook the food, our island way. They know there's an event and they want to contribute. I said, no, you might get COVID. No, whakawelahi, I whakawelahi, but don't, yeah, but, our matua even said, they pray, even now with this challenge that I'll say, 10 groups, if they come forward, if you bring 10 people to get vaccinated, you'll get $500 for the groups. Many of our groups they're not legal entity, Niueans, but they always sell tickets to help with their groups, everything they do, they always sell raffle tickets, and that's how we do things. So I thought, these are, what can we do? Because only our people knows who's who.
Absolutely, Mali. Now, this is a very simple way, and this is a great way of our church communities getting that money out of out of that budget. If you rally about 100 people from your church and split them into 10 groups, wow, that's $500 times 10. That money can go into your church.
$10,000. That's
$10,000.
Yes.
Wow.
That's how, because just looking at ways, how can we get our people? And also people now are not selling tickets. They're not going around to the groups, how they go and weave and they say, there's no tickets to thing. Oh, yes, but now everybody's isolated and most of the people are not. Yeah, so $10,000, 10 groups, with bringing 10 Niueans reach out. And the good thing is that we're trying to encourage them to come first or second dose. And that's still, okay. We've seen it on paper. You've seen it, news and whatever. So we thought, wow, how about reaching out to our ordinary people? You find those, you go and look or stay at home and ring. You know who's your grandchildren has not been vaccinated. Who's your, thing. What do you think, Lorenzo?
Absolutely. I would definitely push and I would definitely promote that $500 if you bring a group of 10 people, you're the 10 people who will get $500.
Yes.
Niuean people, not Niuean, just Niuean people. Now,
because Lorenzo, remember, many of our Niueans are Patong and Samoans, Cook Islands, say the children. If you really look at us.
And so long as you look like, and so long as you look Niuean, aka you're an island.
Oh, awesome!
Bring the whānau down to. Yes, so long as you can say Pakalawala Yatu, then your group will be eligible for that blessing. But the Niuean language the Niuean language in Aotearoa, Mali. I'm concerned about the Samoan language being declined. Do you feel the same about the Niuean language in Aotearoa?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes, Lorenzo. Sorry, I did not. But what I've noticed in 2013, the number of Niuean people who could speak the language, in 2018, there's a slight drop. Wow. And that's a concern. There is a slight drop of the language.
What should we do, Mali?
I guess even because there's no resources. That's another thing. We talk, but what is the resources offering? And one of the things I was thinking, because many of our Niuean people saying, the elderly people, read the Bible. Maybe we should look for funding and let every home have a Bible and a songbook. Amen. Hey, what do you think?
Amen. I agree.
Amen. 110%. There's no excuse. Yeah, everybody should have a Niuean Bible to read, because many of our elders said, oh, tell them to read the Bible, but where is the Bible? Not
Or maybe
every
take
homes has got a Bible. Honest.
absolutely. 2 months. Take the kids to to the Rock of Pacific, and get them to learn the Niuean language here before they come back. But anyways, Mali, is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers before we end our Talanoa?
I guess I got two things. One is to get our people vaccinate. That's the key to it. If the border is open, my goodness, we're in trouble. Get everybody vaccinated, and let's lift the Niue, because we're very proud people. Lift Niue up. If Niue can do it, we in New Zealand can do it. Get everybody get vaccinated. And also the Wangahau Niue. Let's make Wangahau Niue a living language in every homes. Not just when you celebrate. Because what I noticed, we go hard out on the Niuean Language Week, then we sleep. And then when the Niuean Language Week come up, ta-da, 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 and then we go off. But make it, every day. Niuean language is everybody's business, just like vaccination, everybody's business.
Man, I love
the reviving of.
I love leaders like yourself, Mali. You're straight to the point. You're very upfront. So long as people get the message. But I commend the work that you do, and I look forward to promoting your vaccination events coming up. And I also look forward to having you back on the show to talk more about and Talanoa about that events coming up, Mali.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you, Whakawelahi, Manui Naiaho.
Whakawelahi, Mali. There you go. One of our Niuean community leaders in Aotearoa having a Talanoa about Niue, everything to do with Niue. She is a great advocate. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll go straight into our COVID-19 update for today, Tuesday, 19th of October, 2021. I'll be right back.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Ben and Claudia Blue Table Podcast today. We will see you again tomorrow. Koe kia!
Oh, whanau koe ki whe.
Whanau ke whakahako. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, more like whanau ke mohe.
Fair! Whakahako. Study.
Mohe, sleep. Happy Niuean Language Week.
Koe kia!
Welcome back to the second part of our Pacific Hour of Talanoa with Lorenzo Kaisara on Blue TV. O lea o lea tu nātu le tātou update mo le nei aso le tu se fulmaneiva o ke topa luafe lua se fulmatasi o numera whaamaunga mai le matanga luenga o le soifua maloloina. I am just going to give a quick update of COVID-19 numbers for today, the 19th of October 2021. 94 new cases in the community, 87 in Auckland and 7 in the Waikato. 53 cases remain unlinked. To date, 2,099 total community cases linked to the current outbreak. Ia po tatu cluster lea sa apena ona mata mai lava i Devonport, sawi i Mangelima, South Auckland. There's 38 people in a hospital, 5 in ICU, or total sa fulu valu la total fata otolia le fale mai ma le to lima o lo fa pena ona fata otolia I to tonu o potu tinga ina. Now, Iva se fulu ma le fa. Oh my gosh. 94 new cases today, huh, man? I was right last week. It just seems like Santa is not coming to town this year, kids. And I'm so sorry. So you better start buying your Christmas presents because you never know. We might be in level 4 by Christmas. Ai o le tala whaanoa le nā. Iwa se fulu wha I la tau na wha mau nia mai le so, le mauai I le wha mai o le COVID-19 fulu iwa. What does that tell us? It tells us that we need to take an extra care. We need to be very, very careful. You know, especially when you go out or when you leave your home, you need to be careful. Leanga, the Delta variant is still out there in the community. So be very careful. If you go to a supermarket, make sure you wear your mask. Make sure you maintain that 2 meters social distancing. It is really important. And don't forget to check, just contact your loved ones, your families, check on them to see how they're doing. And if you need some help with regards to, food parcels or some petrol vouchers, I'm aware that the Tongan vaccination event, MMT2 or Malu'i Tonga event number 2 is happening this Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the Tongan Church on Favona. Get down to that event because they'll be giving out welfare support packages such as food parcels, and they might even be giving out some petrol vouchers as well to help with your whānau and your family. And that is our show for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for celebrating the Niuean Language Week with our whole community. I would like to acknowledge our Niuean team member on Blue TV, Mr. Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Yep, love you, brother. All the static updates, that you see on Blue TV and Lorenzo Kaisara Pacific Health Talanoa, it is all the hard work of our Niuean brother, Ryan. So I acknowledge your awesome tautua and service to our community. Take care and be kind. Hang in there. We'll be, we'll get through this together, and together we can fight against COVID-19. I will see you tomorrow. I will have someone from the Northern Region Coordination Center to give us some sort of updates with regards to the percentage of Pacific people that have been vaccinated, and see what the new developments, from the Ministry of Health as well as the District Health Boards. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in.